went to your rabbi.
And Jojo just went to the bathroom. Look a second in the Rambam in Sefer HaMitzvot. It's a page 13 from the book of the few Mitzvah HaMitzvot. Larry, please ask Max. You know, I calculated that we will learn Sunday morning, which is obviously not. So is it better to learn tomorrow about 2:30 or Motzai Shabbat around 6:30 or 7?
Also,
Either Sunday or tomorrow in the afternoon.
can I ask you one other question? What was I went to bed and I woke up this morning and I forgot the second example with the Hefsa last night. Can you just remind me because it's bothering my head? If you just
So the example we gave is a Kiryat Shema, for instance, yes? Saying Shema is two.
Oh, right. Kabbalah all.
Saying Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. This is the Maaseh Mitzvah. Then you have the Kiyum of the Mitzvah is that you are Mekabel. And this is why Chazan cannot really be Motziyu.
Thank you. I got up and I'm saying my brain is.
But it's good. It's a good thing if you get up with that. We're in good
Believe me, it bothered me. I said I have to ask Rabbi Prague, otherwise it's going to stick in my head. Yashikaya, thank you. It's such a brilliant concept. It's fantastic.
But in Brisk, if you look at the Sfarim of Brisk, it's many times. What is the Maaseh Mitzvah? What is the Kiyum? What is the Maaseh? What is the Kiyum? Look a second in Sefer HaMitzvot of the Rambam, Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. Sefer HaMitzvot, Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. Mitzvot Aseh, right? Mitzvot Aseh, Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. Basically, David, you have the brown one, yeah? So this is in page 13. Look a second. It's the beginning of the book, page 13. There are two sets of numbers. When it says on top, it's Sefer HaMitzvot, page 13. We are going to learn first the Rambam in Sefer HaMitzvot, and then the Ramban. The Ramban here is very important. Says the Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. Remember, the Rambam is listing the 613 mitzvot. First, the list of mitzvot aseh, the lot aseh. Always, why did he list this and not that? This is always the fun to understand the rules. Says the Rambam, Mitzvah Lamed Gimel, in a minute you'll see why we are focusing on that, even though this is a mitzvah of next week. Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. It's right there by you. It's perfect. It's right there. Jojo, when you open it for you. Mitzvah Lamed Gimel היא שציווה הכהנים ללבוש בגדים מיוחדים לכבוד ולתפארת. See, the other example is בגדי כהונה, we spoke last night, yes? The Rambam is listing it, ואז יעבדו במקדש. והוא אומרו, ועשו בגדי קודש לאהרון, ואת בניו תקריב, והלבשתם כותנות, וזאת היא מצוות בגדי כהונה. 8 בגדים לכהן גדול, ו4 לכהן אדיוט. בכל עת שישרת הכהן, if the Kohen is doing the service, בפחות ממניין בגדיו המיוחדים לו. If the regular Kohen is wearing less than 4, the Kohen גדול less than 8, המיוחדים לו באותה עבודה ויותר מהם עבודתו פסולה. והתחייב על זה מיתה בידי שמיים. Is considered as if he's not wearing anything. So last night at our class, we mentioned the Gemara brings a pasuk that the ladies, the daughters of Kohanim, cannot do the service. So Tosafot in Masechet Kiddushin Daf Lamed Vav are asking, why do I need a special pasuk? You see here that without the garment, the service that you do doesn't count. So the ladies don't have their garments, so of course they cannot. So Tosafot answered, even if the ladies would have special garment, this is one answer. Second answer is, if Rani Tawil, who is a Kohen, is not wearing, it's a problem. But if the woman is not commanded to have the garments, perhaps the avodah that she does counts. This is why you need a pasuk. So we said last night that when you, Rani, are wearing the begadim and you do the service, there are two purposes. A, to make you as a person fit to do the avodah. It's you. You being a Kohen is good for B'dyon Abed. Rani Tawil as a Kohen is good for looking on certain diseases and decide yes or no. Yes? But in order for him to have a Shem Kohen fits the service, you need B'gadim. In addition, the service has to be done with the Bigdei Keuna more for you. So here's an example. If the woman is not commanded, maybe she doesn't have to wear, or maybe yes, because forget now hell. The avodah has to be done with the Bigdei Keuna. This is the two answers of Tosfos.
But quick question. It's the first time ever hearing that a woman has an ability to serve.
The woman cannot serve. The woman cannot do anything.
How did this come in the picture then all of a sudden? Women never been part of the picture, at least for my limited knowledge.
Right. There's a Mishnah in Masechet Kiddushin that is listing that a woman cannot do anything even if she's a daughter of a Kohen.
Yeah, okay.
The question is, why do I need a special pasuk to eliminate a woman? Even if a man is doing it, he's unfit unless he's wearing garments. Since she never had garments, I don't need a pasuk. I don't need a pasuk to say that she's unqualified. And the answer is, perhaps, if she did. You are right, you never heard because it's not kosher, but from the need to have a special pasuk.
Examining the requirements to
correct.
See the
now look now on something we never did before. I don't think we ever did it. Look at the Ramban, Larry. If you have a good Sefer HaMitzvot, look at the Ramban Mitzvah Lamed Gimel. By you, here David, Rani, the Ramban is on the right side. See Ramban here, look here. That is the book you have.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
on the right side. Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, by him, it's here.
Different edition, maybe somewhere else.
Here, look here, Katab Ramban on top right.
Which number 33?
Number 33. Remember, Ramban and Sefer HaMitzvot, Mitzvah 33. Katava. You see, it begins with the words Katava Rav. You have it?
Yeah.
Katava Rav, HaMitzvah Lamed Gimel, please listen carefully. שנצטוו הכהנים ללבוש בגדים, Rambam Maimonides is listing the mitzvah of wearing garments as part of the mitzvot aseh, yes? לגדולה וכבוד, ואז יעבדו במקדש. והוא אומרו יתעלה, this is what the pasuk says, ועשית בגדי קודש, לאהרון אחיך, ושאר דבריו. ומצווה זו, says the Ramban is speaking now, עם פשיטותה, even though it's openly in the text, ככתוב, ואריכות התורה בביאורה, and the Torah goes into details of the mitzvah, לא ראיתי לבעל הלכות שימנה אותה. The בעל הלכות גדולות, who was prior of the Rambam, is not listing it as a positive comment. Says the Ramban, אבל מנה בלווין מכוסה בגדים ששימש. So the בעל הלכות גדולות is not writing it under the positive comment, but the negative, which means if you are not wearing the garment, the question is, why doesn't it list it as part of the positive comment? ודעתו זאת, says the Ramban, what is the logic of the Baal Halachot Gedolot? Listen, Lomar. Please listen good. The כיוון שאין בלבישת בגדים שלא בשעת עבודה שום מצווה. Let's say Rani is taking a lunch break. Or let's say it's in the middle of the winter, the visitors to Beit HaMikdash are very few. You did your service in the morning, you have now a break of 4 hours. Does he have a mitzvah by continuing wearing his garments?
Do I have to keep
Or
wearing
no?
it the whole day?
Right, says
Or
it.
my day of service?
Correct.
Oh, as opposed
Says the Ramban on behalf of the Bahag, וכיוון שבלבישת בגדים שלא בשעת העבודה שום מצווה, is not fulfilling the mitzvah by wearing it if he's not doing any the service, ואינם אלא listen to this phrase, הכשר העבודה. It only prepares you to be a kosher Kohen when you do the
So
avodah.
when you're on duty, you have to have the uniform.
He says no. שאם עבד בפחות מהם או ביותר מהם עבודתו פסולה. אוקיי? והנה הוא, please listen, חלק ממצוות העבודה. So the reason why the Baal Halachot Gedolot is not listing it in the positive comments, he says, because this is part of men of doing the regular service. You have to bring a korban in the morning, korban in the afternoon, right? You have to put lechem apanim b'Shabbat. The part of you bringing the korban is make sure that you are fit as a person.
So the entire day service, not just during this particular avodah, whatever is done.
No, they said that.
It's opposite. I'll say
He's
only
saying
when you're.
the reason why it's not listed is because there's no separate mitzvah to wear it all day. The mitzvah is only as you bring the korban, and the mitzvah to bring the korban is listed already. So included in it is the mitzvah to wear the garments. This is why he's not listing it as a separate mitzvah. Okay?
Side question, Rabbi. Who makes the garments?
Good. This is a good question. Who made it?
Could it be a boy? Could it be? Has to be only Kohen making it?
Right, so it
Make it.
has to be a mature adult because you have to make it for the right kavanah. Correct.
A woman can make the garment.
Well, it says in the Chumash that the woman also did it here.
Hafu, right?
It says the Ramban, והנה הוא חלק ממצוות העבודה. See? Now, ואם היינו מונים זו מצווה, if you will do as the Ramban does, you're listing it as a separate mitzvah, היה ראוי שתמנה מצוות בגדי לבן ביום כיפור. So how come he's not saying that on Kippur, the Kohen Gadol has to wear only white garments when he's going to service? If listing the garment, wearing the garment is a separate mitzvah, this should have been listed.
So is this similar to what you said yesterday when you do the Aron?
This is part of the argument. What do you think the argument? This is exactly
that's the same argument, whether that's about Beit HaMikdash.
the need to be machshir the gavra or the avodah has to be done with it. Yes, listen. וכן ראוי למנות בגדי כהן גדול מצווה ובגדי כהן הדיוט מצווה שנייה. If you are, it's really speaking to my mind, if you really believe that this should be listed as a separate mitzvah, so write the Kohen Gadol separate mitzvah, okay. Aval, now the Ramban summarizes why the Baal Halachot Gedolot is not. Aval kulam chalakim michalkei avodah. This is really part of the mitzvah to do the service in Beit HaMikdash. Since this prepares you to be fit. ממנה יתעלה בימים האלה. כבר נתבהר, אפס סגל. וכבר נתבהר שאין מונים, they return the page, חלק מחלקי המצווה, okay? Yeah, okay, this part is only an introduction. I'm interested in what we are about to read. Yeah, what's your question?
So in other words, when it says Vasuli Mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham, all the extra things that you do are a hechsher mitzvah to get to that major one?
Beautiful. So here, look at the next piece. Says the Ramban, says the Ramban.
Oh, okay.
לא נמנה אנחנו עשיית השולחן. Says the Ramban, following my logic, I'm not listing making the shulchan as a separate mitzvah. Why? It's part of the mitzvah of the Mikdash, you understand? with the same logic. Again, if I'm not
Can't have Mikdash
listing
without it.
the
Doesn't make
garments
sense.
because the service is done with it, וכן לא נמנה אנחנו עשיית השולחן והמזבח והמנורה מצווה,
Essential.
מפני שנצטווינו לשים לחם לפני השם תמיד. Since the Torah tells me put the bread on the table, so obviously I need a table, yes? וציווה אותנו בהכשר העבודה הזאת שהוא לשים אותו בשולחן, מתואר כך וכך. The same it says, יסדר לנו ההדלקה. How come I'm not listing the menorah as a separate mitzvah for the same reason?
So why don't you ask the same thing with the Aron?
Of course, we're aiming, everything we did till now is aiming to the Aron.
Is shaman the same requirement? So without shaman, you have nothing either?
So it says, the menorah is not listed because I have a mitzvah to light the menorah with oil. So included in that is preparing the
So it's
menorah.
like infrastructure, I guess.
The menorah, okay. V'neihem tashmish kedusha. So remember, Rambam Maimonides is listing B'gdei Kuna. Rambam is saying, no, if the service is listed, included is B'gdei Kuna. If lighting the menorah is a mitzvah, the menorah is included. If placing the lechem apanim is included. Now let's be consistent. But the Rambam Maimonides did list B'gdei Kuna as separate. Based on that, he should list the menorah, correct? Believe it or not, he does. Yes. The Rambam is here. Let me show you a second. Have a second. He says, look a second at mitzvah chafei, go back a
Would it be
second.
that the menorah is used every day and the big day kahuna are only used specific?
No, but the B'gdei Kuna
Oh,
also,
right, are used every day too, right?
the service every day. Look at mitzvah chafei, שנצטוו הכהנים להדליק הנרות תמיד לפני השם, yes? מצווה כ"ז, שציוונו לשים לחם הפנים לפניו תמיד. מצווה כ"ח, ציווה הכהנים to offer ketoret every day. Then he says, so let's continue a second. So basically this is the machlok. According to the Ramban, the fact that I'm listing the ketoret, I'm listing the offering of the lechem apanim, I'm listing, fine. Go back to the Rambam, okay? ולא הוכשר בעיניי הטעם שכתב בו הרב שאמר שהם חלקים מחלקי המקדש. I disagree with the Rambam that says that the menorah and the mizbeach are part of the mitzvah of Bet HaMikdash. Remember, the Torah begins, build me a temple. I need a temple, I need Aron, I need menorah, I need shulchan, I need... Rambam says, I'm not listing the menorah as a separate mitzvah to make it. This is part of the furniture of the Bible.
We just say turnkey.
Correct. The Ramban says, I'm not happy with why. לפי שאין הכלים חלק מן הבתים, אלא הם שתי מצוות, ואינם מעכבות זו את זו ומקריבים בבית, אף על פי שאין כלים. Says the Ramban and the Rambam, we can offer a korban even if the Bet HaMikdash is missing the shulchan. According to the Rambam, this is part of the mitzvah. Erect a Bet Mikdash that has A, B, C, D. If one of the A, B, C, D is missing, perhaps you cannot offer a korban. It's not so. So this is his proof that this is not the reason because it's part of the mitzvah of the Bet HaMikdash. So now we have a fundamental interesting machlok. Rambam is saying that the mitzvah of building Mikdash is including, when you're thinking of buying a house, it's obvious that you have a dining room and it's right,
But not necessarily a
and
table.
the living room, correct.
But not necessarily a table.
But certain items are only accessories. Accessories, yes? Rambam is saying the menorah, the shulchan, and other items, not accessories. This is part of the bayit. Says the Ramban, not so. I have the bayit as a Shem bayit without it.
And you said you could do a korban without a table?
Yes. What you need is the Mizbeach.
Yeah.
Okay, then he continues, listen, now we are coming to the Aron. ולכן אצלי, the Ramban continues, ולכן אצלי, עשיית הארון והכפורת, what we read this morning in the Knesset, build the Aron and put the כפורת in that. ולכן אצלי עשיית הארון והכפורת, לשום שם העדות for the לוחות, says the Ramban, תימנה מצווה בפני עצמה. But I do count the Aron is a separate mitzvah. Why? ואל תחשוב לומר שלא תמנה. Don't think that we should not list the Aron as a mitzvah. שלא נצטווינו לדורות. Because we don't have a command to have always Aron. אלא בית שני with the Lord. So here so I understand the Shulchan, but by the Aron, the Aron, there is a mitzvah. Menorah. But Luchot, he said, question.
Ay.
Rabbi, we cannot hear you.
Oh, good. It's not just me. Thank goodness. I lost everything.
I think the rabbi lost the connection.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was me, but it is. Oh, good. That's what.
No, everybody's calling in is on except the rabbi.
Oh,
Yeah, and here, you want to call in? Maybe call somebody there.
oh, good. We're gonna need to get this tape from Salim.
It's on the YouTube channel. It automatically goes onto that YouTube channel.
So what is it called? What is it? Hi, Yaakov. What is it called?
I know it's on the chat. They posted on the chat a while ago. It's on the chat. There's a YouTube channel that
Thank
he
you.
automatically loads it onto.
How are you today, Yaakov? I hope well.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem.
Good to hear your voice. Yeah, someone just saw it, right?
I hope they respond quickly.
I think this is a lower level than regular Terumah gives the Kohen.
It looks it's already 7:53. So
No, I hung up. I dialed again. I still can't see anything.
me either, Raymond. I couldn't do it either.
Oh, I guess probably rabbi is finished.
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah. Have a wonderful day, Larry.
Enjoy it. I hope to see you tomorrow morning.
B'ezrat Hashem. Hope to see you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy. Have a safe, good day. Bye.
You too. Tell
Larry,
Yes.
so I'll tell you something interesting. I'll tell you while you're waiting. I saw a couple of weeks ago, Daniel, one of the things they put out here is Daniel Alter. He's the brother of the Rosh Yeshiva by Ger. You know, the other, there's not to split, whatever it is, the other fellow in Ger.
Right.
Anyway, so he says, he quoted some the Chida. The Chida quotes said he saw Chida Nachal Kedum, and quotes someone who lived at the time of the Ritva and the Ramban, the Rishon.
Wow.
He says the pasuk in Tehillim, Perak Mem Hey, I think it's Vav, Rifa'eni Hashem, Chaneni Hashem, Rifa'eni Ki Chatasi Lach. So he says Ki Chatasi Lach. That key is not Idil Eladaha. You know, we have the 4 different meanings of key.
Right. Key. Yeah.
That key is Af Al Pi. Rifa'eni Hashem.
Oh,
Af Al Pi. Even
good.
though, so he says the Chida extends that to Boel Paro Ki Ani Hichbaditi Eslibo.
Good shot. Oh, that's a good one. So now we have to look at these things. Very interesting.
Even though I was machbir. He still can come back and change. And then he also says, I'll take a picture. Maybe I'll email it to you. I think I have in my email that he says also, someone else said to me, when Moshe Rabbeinu answers Hashem and says, forgive them, forgive Israel, ki am kshe orevhu, ki am kshe orevhem, what does that mean?
Even,
Anyway, so it's just a fascinating different.
you know what it says, like ki kavad lashon. It could be like, even though I am hard.
Right. So any time of the key, it's what do you call it? Anytime you have the key, the question is it e dilma elodaha, or is it also afal p? I was thinking when I meant to send it to you early.
That was really good. That's a good way.
But that's because like in Tehillim it really makes sense, because in Tehillim it says
Right.
which is
limarot. You have that also in you have it like when you put on tefillin. Do you say the eras tichli?
Yeah.
So b'chesed of rachamim. What is the bet? What is b'chesed? So it's not in with chesed, it's in exchange for chesed. It's the bet.
Oh, right.
It's the bet of exchange, the bet of, it's really fascinating. Like when Shimshon kills B'me'ah or lo please him, if I kill him in exchange for
like Chalipin, right.
It's really,
in that whole piece, he goes through the whole thing. He says that hardening of the heart, he says, Kol ha-machala shesamti b'Mitzrayim. He sends it to Klal Yisrael. He says, even when we feel like that's it, it's too much, no, we can still get through everything. He says, Kol ha-machala shesamti Mitzrayim. What was the real machala that Bnei Yisrael also had? Was the kaved lev. It wasn't only paro. So Kol ha-machala lo asim alecha. That you can always come back, you can always do, you can always be there. Anyway, it's a whole.
Great. So
I'm gonna.
If you can send it when you have a chance, and in the interim, just have a great day, a safe day,
too.
And enjoy it. That's all.
Baruch Hashem. Amen. Baruch Hashem. Okay, take care.
And I'll send regards to everybody, Yaakov.
Yeah. Okay, take care.
Hi, Gazun. Thank you.
You will.
Bye-bye.